Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the fourth episode of the Untold Hypothesis, brought to you by the Department of Life Sciences, Kristu Jayanti deemed to be university.
Today we are commemorating World Podcast Day, and we have with us two of our core members introducing themselves.
Hello everyone, this is Srishti and today with me we have
Hello, everybody. I'm Joshua Jude Xavier. I'm from the Life Sciences Department. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous right now.
Why are you so nervous?
This is my first time in a podcast, and I don't really know what's it.
Okay, wait, sir. Yeah, stop biting your nails
And why are you fidgeting so?
what happened?
Like, it's okay.
Like,
Okay, I'm cool.
yeah, good. Just a little piece of advice. Shouldn't bite your nails. Cut your nails. Genting decorum and everything, cut your nails. But remember, don't cut it after 6 p.m. You have heard it from your grandparents because I've heard from mine that you shouldn't cut nails at night. Yeah.
But that's something interesting. I don't think we've taken a moment to analyze why that would be so. Anybody, any idea?
Yeah. So, this came due to like during olden times, what happened was there was no electricity and we didn't had nail cutters that time. So we used to use this blades and some other things. So what happened was instead of them telling them a proper scientific reason, they started telling that it's a bad luck. So if we cut your nails in the night, it will cause some bad luck. That's it. There's nothing like you cannot cut your nails in night, but you can cut your nails in the light.
Which makes sense. I don't think they had nail cutters.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That is one of the major myths that she just busted right now. So, I mean, why don't we focus on busting more such myths and get the truth out to people?
I'd be really happy to do that.
Fun.
Yeah,
I think we can do that.
that's really fun.
Biological myth busting today, guys.
Who are you gonna call?
Oh, related to the fingernails thingy, there's like another thing, like, fingernails kind of grew. If you cut more, like your fingernails or your hair, if you keep cutting it, they just grow back faster. I see you guys heard of that as well.
I mean,
But I didn't hear that. I heard that after the death, your fingernails and your hair grows. But
That I keep growing.
yeah, I heard it a lot of times. But the thing is, when I researched about it, I didn't research it like through textbooks or something, but I have gone through my chat GPT and texted him and asked it. But the thing what I got to know was when after our death, our body doesn't contain any blood or it cannot regenerate a cells or something. So the thing what happens there is our body gets shrunk and the nails and the hair looks longer. It's just a illusional effects.
right. So, I think actually, when you put your mind to it, you do realize that hair and nails are mainly composed of keratin, right?
Yeah.
Keratins basically are lifeless structures. They're proteins. They're byproducts of cellular metabolism. And yeah, that's a fact. And these are structural proteins, and there is no chance that they can continue to grow because cells functions have stopped at that point. Once a person is dead. So what happens is, as she said, there is a cutoff of nutrition. There's a lack of circulation.
Yeah.
So all your skin structures, your scalp structures, all of them shrink. And this shrinking leads to a dehydrated and shrunken appearance, which makes your peripherals look a little, larger and prominent enough. So it's basically just an optical illusion play kind of a situation.
It's not until your hair and nails go, and that's pretty cool actually. Think about it.
Yeah, right.
Oh, you shouldn't be doing that. I heard that causes arthritis in you.
No way. I don't.
Maurus, have you going to be here?
Exactly. We are going with all the myths. I think we have to.
Yeah, I think we need to get the truth out to many people. So the thing is it a myth?
You also crack.
I mean, yeah,
Yes.
I'm not nervous. I just felt like cracking my nose.
I mean, but one reference that I had gone through, they say that, I have read this as well, cracking knuckles leads to arthritis, but arthritis is basically inflammation of joints. Doesn't necessarily have to be so because, this process of cracking your knuckles is first we need to break it down to how the structural components are.
Oh yeah.
each of your joints, right? Let's talk about your elbows or your finger joints here. They have this ball and socket kind of an arrangement, and they have some kind of fluid known as the synovial fluid.
Alright.
So they basically work to lubricate your joints so that you have flexibility in motion, and that facilitates you to do many other tasks on a day-to-day basis. And because of such motion, there are minute air bubbles that get trapped in these pockets of fluid, synovial fluid. And when you try to exert force on it, there is a difference in pressure,
Hmm.
and that causes the sudden crack sound. So there is no necessary correlation that says you crack your knuckles and then there is arthritis for sure. No, there's nothing like that. But when you're cracking your knuckles, if you face some kind of pain,
Okay.
that could be indicative of any other kind of inflammation. But these two are not necessarily correlated.
Makes sense.
Like I do this on a day-to-day basis, but I don't think I'm diagnosed with arthritis yet. Hopefully, no.
So guys, crash your knuckles, no arthritis, you guys. Do you guys think he is like, know it all guy, big brain kind of thing?
I get it a lot, but I hope I'm
Speaking-
trying to. Yeah, I hope I'm just a fun personality today than the know-it-all guy.
Don't worry.
I mean, nobody likes a know-it-all. Here today.
He's very nice guy. Good information if you guys.
So I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Do you have a big brain?
I mean, do I look like I have a big brain?
No.
No.
But his information says he had, guys. Yeah.
Okay, so what are you guys trying to tell?
Doesn't like a bigger brain indicate that you're more intelligent or something like that?
I mean, that's an interesting observation, actually.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like he has a big brain. It's like the same size. He has been numbers. The same size as like you have a big brain.
I busted the bust today's self that I'm not smart, even though I have a big brain.
No, I have a question.
I mean, it's important that you have a bigger heart, but
Do size of a brain matter? Like, if you are having a big brain, you are very more.
I mean, yeah, that's one of. I think again, that's not completely true. I mean, it actually feels awkward that I'm answering all the questions now, but still, let's break it down. I mean, believe all this way. I mean, we've all studied over the course of years. We've studied human evolution.
Yeah.
We know before us, we had our ancestors. Let's talk about the Neanderthals, the Cro-Magnon, Homo erectus. And it boils down to us, the Homo sapiens, right? We made it through the course of evolution.
Yeah.
Through competition, through survival. We also, one of the prominent features that we study during the course of evolution is that, the brain capacities, the brain volumes. They had larger jaw lines, they had larger brain and cranial structures. So, can we arrive at a conclusion saying that they were smarter than us? Were they more intelligent? I mean, we need to give this a thought. But again, we see that, some of humanity's greatest discoveries, let's talk about the wheel or let's talk about fire. They were the ones who found it. It was not us. And we're just building on it, right? Whatever they found, we're building on it, using that as a foundation. But are they considered intelligent than us? Not exactly. And I'll tell you why. Because your raw brain volume doesn't indicate your, intelligence quotient. So basically, your IQ is not based on the raw brain volume. What is it that actually determines that? A study says that, more number of neurons, the more your brain is involved in any kind of cognitive activity. Let's say maybe you're recognizing something, you're trying to learn something, right? So these are minute activities that leads to more and more synapses being formed, which is nothing but connections between neurons. And then there is an increase in the number of neurons. So it is safe to say that more the number of neurons, more is the activity of the brain. And as a byproduct, more is the intelligence. Right.
Okay. But it is said that human use only 10% of their brain.
I mean, even I saw this movie called Lucy, right? No, this is a movie.
Lucy was a fantastic.
Yeah, it was
It's
a
a-
great movie actually. And I think the statement was
The
great,
statement was
right?
by Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
And he also said that I think dolphins use most of the
Most
brain.
of the brain.
Yeah, so
Dolphins use about, in the movie, he said dolphins use 75-80% of the brain,
Yeah.
but they can't really.
But what about this human? 10% of brain.
Even the dolphin thing is an entire myth. In the movie, they say that if you use 100% of your brain, you gain supernatural powers like telekinesis, stuff like that. But it's not entirely true. It's not like when you're studying for an exam, you can't learn because you're only using 10%, and the 90% is just sitting there idle. That's just not true. In fact, many MRI scans of the brain have significantly shown that different parts of the brain are utilized for different activities: locomotion, memory, pattern recognition, etc., etc. It's it's a big myth that this is happening.
I feel like I'm living in a world filled with myths.
I mean, and the fact that many of us don't really take the moment to even understand what is the scientific backing behind certain things, right? They need to.
People believe everything what is said by our elders, like parents, grandparents.
Yeah.
We are not ready to like go and search what's behind this.
Yeah.
I mean, embrace tradition, yes, but with logic,
Yes.
right?
Like
And
a little Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Keep believing it.
and adding on to what he said, I mean, at a given point of time, let's say you're driving a car, you have your earphones on, you're talking to somebody, you're analyzing the directions. Don't do this, but I'm just giving you, a day-to-day scenario. So you're wearing your earphones, you're navigating through the roads and traffic of, let's say, Bangalore, and there's music playing on one side, and probably you have, somebody sitting in the back seat asking you questions. You're basically multitasking. And to say that you use less than 10% of your brain, maybe capability wise, maybe yes, maybe not to the fullest potential.
Potential, yeah.
But I feel multiple regions of the brain are active at a given point of time.
But it also depends on each person's now how they are using their brain capacity. You know, some people, are more intended to do artwork kind of thing compared to, more scientific and mathematical
Aspects.
technical aspects. Yeah.
Right.
So the way you use your brain much depends on that. It differs person to person. Everyone can't be safe.
And the activities of brain are really metabolic heavy. The statement itself that using 10% of the brain does not really signify the energy used by it.
True. Right.
So such a metabolic heavy organ will use a lot of it. I mean, pretty much all of it to justify this much of a use. So I guess that's also a big point towards busting this myth.
Yeah. We are planning lot many things. We are thinking about something else. So telling that using only 10% of our brain for things, I think that's a big myth.
But then again, this is not a myth, guys. Another thing, our brains work at 110% when we are in exams or the night before exams, even without sleep. That's one superpowers that I guess every student has, especially the JNTN students have experienced.
Not us.
I mean, I remember the hungry nights I've stayed up. I love the hungry nights I've stayed up,
The all-nighters before biochem exams.
I'm a first year. I can't really relate to any of the things they're saying. Hopefully, not in the future as well.
It's okay, you will experience it and then say your stories to your junior.
I have caffeine. I have caffeine to get me through it.
Trust me, exams, you won't even need caffeine. Without caffeine, your brain would work. Well, about that, staying awake at night. You guys have dinner at night?
Yes, I have my dinner at night.
I get really hungry if I stay awake at night. Just constantly eating the entire time.
You and yeah. I mean, I do get hungry.
In the night.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting a bit chubby too.
What time in the night? What time?
Okay, let's see. I sleep at around 1, 2. I eat my dinner at 7:38, right? So I get
That-
hungry by the time I like 12.
That's it.
That's my dinner time.
No, that's dinner.
That's our dinner time.
That must is from 10 to 12
I mean, we are all talking like this. You know what Akshay Kumar Kevin said? He questioned the public openly on what is the necessity to have dinner beyond 7 o'clock.
Beyond 7 or
Beyond
7 o'clock.
That's true though. Because what I feel is like, okay, my mom is an Ayurvedic doctor. So she never let me eat after 8. She's like, you go out, walk, dance around, but don't eat anything after 8.
I mean,
No, won't
why?
you hungry?
Yeah.
I get hungry, but what do I have to wait till next morning? I cannot eat anything.
But
What?
why does she tell that to you? Why does she?
Yeah.
She tells that because in the night, what we take in the food item will have more calories and we don't burn it. Like after night, after eating something, if I'm having something at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, for sure, I'm not gonna dance, I'm not gonna exercise, or I'm not gonna work. I'll just get lazy and I'll just sleep over. So, yeah, eating late in the night is not that good because we are not doing anything. If you're walking or if you're having some physical exercises, then it's good. But telling something like eating night will make you fat, that's a myth. That's not something real.
So what I see, that statement is somewhat partially true.
Yeah.
A half.
Because that's a half truth, yes. Because autophagia is one scientific process where your cells need to like renew themselves.
Fair.
And if we don't give them the necessity or the required amount of time for this to occur, and this occurs in a fasting state, right?
Yes, it does.
And the more we keep feeding ourselves, maybe we don't allow this process to happen, and fewer the calories that we spend. So as she said, nighttime calories, I don't think we spend a lot at night because we have a very sedentary lifestyle at night. When it comes to day, we are all about running around, climbing up Popeyes, 5 stairs. Yeah. So that makes sense. So I think it's better we all start having dinners early.
I think it also makes sense that when you think about it, as you said, the apoptosis feature, right? But maybe when you're sick, our appetite just dies down.
Yeah.
We just stop being hungry at all. I think
Right.
that's because the cells need to regenerate. They need to be
Mm.
body again.
Yeah. So I think it is a good practice to fast, but
Intermittent fasting.
intermittent fasting.
Intermittent
Yeah.
fasting.
But always, we need to be sure to consult a professional before we step into any of these.
Everybody has a different opinion, whether it's online or not.
Yeah.
But then you should consult a doctor before you make an opinion on
Being
your
conscious about your health is something good for
Yeah.
us.
So maybe like after a heavy dinner, have a brisk walk.
Engage in more physical activity.
Not like rigorous physical activity.
Exactly. Distance that might lead something else.
You have to realize that you're unique. Your body is unique. So you need to do what fits your body.
I mean, exam time. I mean, we have our exams coming up, right? And that just reminded me, caffeine is enough for you, right? To suppress my appetite at times, I chew on gum.
Oh.
And the worst part is, I think I swallow them.
Oh,
Wasn't too lazy to just spit it back out.
when I was a kid, my granny, my grandparents never allowed me to have gums because they used to be like, if you eat chewing gums, that will get coiled in your intestine and it never comes out of your stomach.
Your intestine is not
And
a mechanism for scar. That's so
And I've even heard people saying that, it doesn't leave your body for a month. 7 years. These notebooks, like notebook, right? At the end, towards the last stage, the biologist, we say things like, it takes 7 years to digest gum that is.
I think if that's true, I think I have like 6 in me.
these 6 years. No. That's not true. Like, I mean, even though gum is not healthy, but it doesn't stay in your intestine for a while. I mean, it takes a few days to digest, even though gum is made up of non-digestible things. But still, gum, it takes a while to, come out of come out. Like, how it takes for other nutrients in the body. Gum is, it's literally made of synthetic things, artificial things, even though it's not good for health.
Yeah, flavoring.
It's rich in color. It has a lot of added sugars and other types of carbs and things, which is not good for your health. But it does take time to come out of your body. It's not that soon as like a normal nutrient build.
So I think we're not supposed to be on a caffeine overload, or we shouldn't be chewing gum around. So
Well, it's not good for head, guys. Do you know if because chewing gum actually makes a good jawline? Because
see Joshua there with a jaw.
What can I say? I chew it up.
I don't chew gum in black hats.
I don't belong to this category.
So yes, do chew your gum, but make sure you throw it out. You can swallow it, but we would say don't swallow.
It is a choking hazard. Anyway,
It does.
I mean,
it's
I
just-
think a good way to pull an all-nighter would be to take power naps in between,
I
frequent power naps.
completely agree. Yes.
But you should
10 to
have that
15 minutes.
control in your body as well to know.
Yeah.
Don't turn it into a good night's sleep instead of a now.
Or raps.
Next thing you're supposed to wake up at 2 a.m. You're waking up at 2 p.m.
Miss the exam. Miss the exam entirely. Oh wait, that brings me to a point. Do you like believe that your tongue has different taste zones? When I was younger, I used to only eat toffee or candy with the front end of my
You
tongue.
know why? Because it is said that up to 5 years of age, children, they don't develop their taste buds. So that's why the only thing that children like at that time is sweet things. That's why our parents used to force us to eat all those veggies, peas and carrots that we did not like, and tomatoes. So
Sense.
yeah.
Makes sense.
But that having different taste zones, never heard of it.
But I have seen them on reels. Like it comes in my feed.
I mean, I think most of them are clickbaiting at this point. That's one way. I mean, there's a lot of false information that spreads on social media.
Let's say my Instagram posts, Facebook.
I mean, we need some valid, maybe research that supports arguments like these. But I think that is a myth.
It is.
Because
That's
when you
so great.
neurologically analyze the tissue of the tongue, it's just taste buds all over.
Taste buds all over. They can all detect different types of main flavors. Yeah. Sweet, salty, umami, spicy.
Yeah. Talking about Japanese
Yes.
cuisines and
It's
savory.
not necessary that you can only feel or taste something in a specific zone. So it's not a sweetness on the front, bitter at the back. There's nothing like that. Even though some people's tongue may be a bit more sensitive towards certain flavors. And mainly taste is olfactory. It's the smell that plays the biggest role. That's why when you have a cold, you can't really taste good first. When you're on an airplane, when you go a high altitude, your taste buds die out. They literally just die out. So that makes the airplane food taste bad.
No, I have an opposite experience. I never had a bad experience with airplane food after traveling so many countries.
What about when you have fever?
No.
No, I never traveled while I had fever. No. Food we eat. Oh, my mom only feeds me porridge at that time.
Ah,
Yeah. Yes. Maybe that's why they feed us
Totally.
porridge, because
we can't taste
We
anything.
can't
Why
taste
effort?
exactly.
Why put the effort in the good?
but those porridge be, chef's kiss. Mom's cook food.
Pickle and forage.
Yeah, Joshua, the other day I actually saw you standing outside your classroom there. I mean, I don't know why he was outside.
I saw you on
But it just came to my mind. I mean, after 2 days I'm seeing you, and the previous time I saw you, you were standing outside your classroom. What exactly happened?
It was a combination of many questionable decisions on my part. I was caught with a beard and chewing gum in class.
Why are you not following Jayanti and Rakkaru?
My trimmer was broken. It's not exactly my fault. Again, I did shave. Well, thing is, what after you shave, your hair it goes back thicker.
And I have been back with our parents since I was a child. It's not going back.
Is that why you're P-shaped today? This will be his car.
Yes, yes, it is. It is why I'm clean shaved today. It must not grow only thicker. I'm telling you.
You think it's going to grow back thicker tomorrow also?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I mean,
And very sharply.
I don't.
There is Sharpie. I can just mark it on if I want to.
No, I think again, this is another misnomer that we have.
It is.
Yeah, because see again, if you take it down and break it to the biological aspects, so where does hair come from? Basically, follicles. Right? Follicles are like tiny buds that can soak up nutrition from the circulation and then give rise to these keratinous structures called hair.
Hmm.
Right? So fibers of hair. And you shaving does not have much to do with the intact follicles that are in your dermal layers. So it is more of you just shaving off the dead skin cell layers, the keratinized cells, and the hair. So there is nothing that can actually influence the rate at which your hair grows thicker, faster. That's all again just a myth. But I'll tell you what actually probably happens. So every time you shave, your hair grows and it has a tapered end.
Yeah.
Right? It is pointed towards the end. And the moment you use a blade against it, it gets blunt. So when you cut down something and make it more blunt, there is more kind of surface exposure,
The surface area a bit increases a bit.
increases a bit. And that on a whole compounds and gives the illusion that you have more density of facial hair, right? And that is one thing. And the other thing is, it is, we all know proteins get denatured by heat and other kind of, agents like this. So constant exposure to sunlight fades your hair color, right? And when you shave, it's like a new layer is revealed, the blunt ends, and that still retains its black tint. So, two in one, it contributes to making your hair look thicker, denser, and just, more in, the way it looks. It doesn't necessarily have to be true that when you shave, it just grows back thicker at a faster rate or something like that. So, again, yeah.
The entirety of my teenage have been in lie. I've been either the moment I turned 13, I went to my washroom, took my father's razor, just started doing this. Not a big, not a thing there. I started shaving. There's nothing there, but I kept shaving. The open and I would get up. It did work though. It did work.
It did. That's all right. Out of the class.
That's why I was out of the class.
I mean, but if you want to have actual beard growth, there are certain, treatments for it that stimulate your hair follicles.
The beard oils.
Beard oils, yes. And certain essential oils that can target these follicles.
We had some good food, guys.
In Munar, they actually send something known as bear ghee, bear fat. Apparently, that's supposed to help you grow hair and body hair like a bear.
What about the hair on your head?
Yeah, that way. Just apply it actually. My cousins used to do that. No significant effects happened. There was no growth at all. But it's damn expensive. And he just still uses it. Bear ghee.
I mean, again, that could possibly be, illegitimate solution.
Yeah.
While you can actually have some scientific backing, there are certain agents that, actually naturally stimulate hair growth.
Hair
Guys,
massages.
Don't you guys think we are just leaving with these myths?
Without much research at all.
Yeah. And most of our parents are
It's passed on generation to generation.
they're still
It's like,
stuck to those ideas.
exactly.
We have to have a knowledge on this.
And I'm pretty sure Facebook is reinstating those ideas and more.
Yeah.
It's like parents say, don't be on your phone, but they are on your but they are on their phone, advising us not to talk to strangers and believe everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it's high time we start coming out of these stereotypical ideas.
Exactly. Maybe we should start putting these packs into Facebook so it goes into our parents.
Probably our episode for today will enlighten our viewers and they can spread the knowledge and the word.
Exactly. And not just believe things you see online. Do fact check yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fact checking yourself helps a lot.
Not everything, something which is actually necessary. You can just tell your kids that if you do that, this might happen. Don't keep that might thing. Just go with the reality things.
And let the encouragement flow. Encouragement and curiosity as well. They're going to be curious about as to why you can't do that. Give them a proper explanation and they'll understand it. They will not do it again.
There should be WH questions.
Yes.
Yes, for everything.
So instead of, lying and putting the kid at a side, just as a parent, explain it to your child, the scientific reasons, the main reasons. So the child also knows that, yes, this is the real reason and everything. Instead of just saying, don't swallow sweets because it will grow.
Well, there are a lot by eating watermelons, It's one of the inevitable part of eating a watermelon. You can't really avoid it.
But actually, two of the cases, there were two cases where the seed has actually sprouted, germinated.
Yeah.
One in teeth and one in the lungs. Guys could actually, search it out. It's very interesting, to be very honest. But yes, so that's it for today, guys. Few of the myths that we busted. But if you guys want to know more, just stay tuned with us for the next episodes. Thank you.
So signing off by your host for today from the Untold Hypothesis. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi guys.